Really, there's just solid players at every level.
It is great to be joined this week by one of my favorite ESPN NFL analysts, Mina. Mina, you were in Cincinnati a few weeks ago. You broadcast the Rams preseason games on TV. So what do you make of the Bengals 1-2 start?
The first 2 weeks of the season, they faced arguably two of the three or four best pass rushers in the NFL. And kind of what makes it hard at times to evaluate teams based on 1 or 2 weeks is you're really going off of limited competition, and it's a small sample size. The defense looks excellent, granted against inferior competition to what they're going to see from Miami, but they look as solid as they looked at the end of last season.
The Bengals have only given up 3 touchdowns in 3 games on defense. Does the Bengals defense, basically the same group that got to the Super Bowl last year, get the respect and attention that it deserves?
What strikes me about this defense is, while there are players who are top tier players, and Trey Hendrickson, who I've always loved, who I thought was fantastic last week up front, a player like Jesse Bates, who's known as one of the better safeties in the NFL, and they appear to be so well coached. You don't see a lot of missed tackles on this team. Bates, the fact that they have a pair of very good safeties in him and Bell is really important for this matchup against Miami, because I would argue that's the most important thing when it comes to limiting what the Dolphins can do with their speed.
When I say Joe Burrow, what immediately comes to mind for you?
Fearless. I think he plays fearlessly. You know, he is a bucket waiting to happen. We saw that obviously in the playoff run last year. The thing I also have always really loved about his game too is his pocket management. And I think that's something I want to see get back on track a little bit. You saw a little bit this week, but he does have the athleticism to climb the pocket and sort of navigate through pressure, and has a really good sense of where it's coming from normally. So I'd like to see that come back.
For Thursday night, the Dolphins roll in 3-0, coming off a win over everybody's preseason Super Bowl pick, the Buffalo Bills. Bengals obviously have that Thursday night home field advantage, which is generally pretty significant. What do you think?
I do think it's going to be close for a litany of reasons. Like I said, I do think the offense is trending in the right direction in Cincinnati. I should have mentioned, the one thing I'd really love to see is that run game get on track, and I'm sure a lot of people in Cincinnati agree with me. And defensively, I think the Bengals defense is actually well suited to play Miami.
I love your work. I appreciate your time. I know how busy you are. Thanks so much for carving out some time for us.
Thanks for having me.